during the night, you're having this fever, and then you're having back pains, like someone has hit you with an electric cable on the back. Yes, you used to have bad back pains.
Five years ago, where were you? Were you bustling through crowded streets, sipping coffee at your favorite cafe, planning a vacation with loved ones, in school perhaps, maybe in a meeting with those investors? Life felt normal, predictable. But then in December 2019, whispers of a novel virus began to circulate. You heard about coronavirus, a virus from China. At first, you aren't sure what it is, then suddenly, here you are in your house, feels like a house arrest. While the world watches in disbelief, a pandemic unfolds, forever altering our reality. On March 11th, 2020, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. A wave of shock swept across the globe. Fear gripped our communities as news of rising infection rates and overflowing hospitals became the new norm. Government responded swiftly, implementing lockdowns and social distancing measures. Streets that once thrived with life felt silent. We were instructed to stay home, to avoid gatherings, and to wear masks when stepping out. Hand washing became a ritual, and hand sanitizers became essential items. The familiar rhythm of everyday life was disrupted, replaced by uncertainty and isolation. In studio with us, we have a guest who was a victim to COVID-19 and the long-term implications of COVID-19. We're going to have a talk so we can have more information about this. Thank you so much, Fred, for joining us within such a short notice to come and talk to us more about COVID-19. So take us back to 2019 when COVID-19 was declared a pandemic.
Wow. Such a time. A very tough time because life was normal, everything was running normal. Then all of a sudden, scare that we have COVID from China and it's killing people. Italians are dying, Americans are dying, and there are very strong medical facilities. So the fear was, what about us Africans? If it catches up with us, what happens to us? So I took time to study on what was happening. On the social media platforms, I could see queues of people, especially in America, going for relief assistance. And these are stable countries. So the fear was, what if it happens to us, then we have a lockdown? If it's happening in these countries, what about us people? So it was a bit scary, very scary. But I realized that I should not be scared. One, God has us. Secondly, I realized the strong people were not dying.
Those were a strong
immune system.
Yeah.
They are not dying. They were healing. So I took it upon me to work on my immune system and my family's immune system. Little did I know that the corona will catch up with me, which finally it did. In a very interesting way, because we had a lockdown. Then after the lockdown, there was some opening. The sub-county lockdown. So when COVID happened, we had to go home with my family. Because our home is not far from the city. So we had to go home to do some farming because we are in the entertainment business. So we cannot do video shoots. We do music recording and video shoots. So we cannot do that because people are locked down.
They can't come record music. At that time, people are focusing on surviving.
Yes. So we had to go home and do some farming, which worked for us. Then after the opening, and these are people who wanted to do some music because there are some projects I started. Then when I came to the studio, on a Thursday, there was a client who came to the studio. As much as the mask was sanitizing, I realized that he was sweating a lot. A lot of sweating and looked tired and tense. So I made fun of him. Is music what is making you this scared? Are you getting scared of, or are you sick? He told me what I'm doing is a bit hard. So music is making me sweat. But then after that, a friend of mine passed on. So went for a burial in Kambundo on a Friday. And then on a Saturday, I had another burial in the following day. So I came back to Nairobi, and then the following day I went to Makueni for a burial. When I came back from Makueni, already I was coughing. So you link this up with fatigue, dust, the distance, because you're recording on Thursday, on Friday you've gone for a burial, on Saturday you've gone for a burial. So you linked it up with the events of the week. But then it was abnormal because on Saturday night, I started coughing, a heavy cough, which I could not describe. Then on Sunday afternoon, after church, I had a client in the studio. So I had to travel back from up country. On arriving to the studio, I had a very heavy headache. Very heavy headache. And then all of a sudden, a lot of heat. My temperatures were rising.
Not a fever.
Exactly. My temperatures were rising and I was coughing and I did not know what to do. Then I called a friend of mine, who was a client of mine, a nurse, and she told me that Fred probably might be suffering from COVID-19 because what you're telling me exactly the symptoms of COVID-19. So I will describe what medicines you should buy, and then you lock yourself up, make sure that you eat well, you exercise enough, and then just do that and do what you used to call the concoction. Do lime, do lemons, ginger, turmeric, and then eat a lot of fruits, and then to be well with you. So I battled with it for almost a week.
In lockdown during this, you've locked yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For almost a week. And it wasn't easy because during the night, I could sweat a lot. This heavy cough and blocking of the vocal system. Being a musician, the voice you get it blocked. So it wasn't easy. It was a bit scary because still you're receiving reports of people who are dying because of COVID, and then you're also a victim. So you're scared. Are you going to survive or are you going to die? And kept on having a possibility that since people are healing, not everyone is dying, I will also heal. Yes.
So at this time you are staying alone at your place. There's no support from your family is away.
Yes.
You're the one taking care of yourself.
Taking care of myself.
That must have been hard.
Yes. But they used to call me on daily basis, or not on actually on hourly basis. How are you doing? All of them, my in-laws, they were calling me. How are you doing? The progress, and then I could update them more. So I received a lot of moral backup support from them, which was very encouraging. Yeah, they were praying with me and standing by me. Yes.
Did you perhaps go to the hospital to get checked just for confirmation that
yes,
you had the...
I did. I went.
So did you experience long-term effects of COVID-19 after recovery? You recovered after a week, right?
Yes, after a week I was okay.
You were okay after a week. You were able to go out. Now, after recovery, were there long-term effects of COVID-19?
Yeah. Fatigue. Fatigue. Yes, fatigue. Yeah. Because during COVID caught me up when I was in the studio. I can't work. So my studio is in a flat. And then it's 4 floors. Going up, even from ground floor to the studio, was a challenge because I used to get very tired, fatigue. And then during the night, you're having this fever, and then you're having back pains, like someone has hit you with an electric cable on the back. Yes, you used to have bad back pains, and then you're coughing and headaches, and you don't have enough strength, so you had to strengthen yourself to work for yourself. Yes, then fatigue after that, I guess it took along with me.
You've told us you're experiencing fatigue as one of the effects of long-term effects of COVID-19.
Yes.
So how are you dealing with this?
Fatigue, okay, one, doing a lot of immune boosters. Yeah, I didn't leave the what you call conversion then.
Okay.
I do a lot of fruits. But then when I feel my body is complaining a lot, I just obey and relax a bit. Just take a nap. Then after I recover, I continue working. Though it slows me down, but how to cope.
That was the question I was to ask next, how it has affected your daily activities, maybe your work.
Yeah, it has, because when you're fatigued, you can't perform well.
True.
So when you feel like dozing, you doze a bit. If you have a client, you will explain to them so they may understand you. Then just take a nap, 30 minutes, recover, then continue. Yes.
So what advice would you give someone out there facing some of these long-term effects of COVID-19? They might be unaware of it. What can you tell them?
One, get to understand how your body functions. Before COVID, how are you? And then after the COVID, is there something strange you're observing on your body system or how your body is operating? You can seek medical attention if you realize that there's something happening in your body which never used to be before COVID. Secondly, you make sure that you eat well and exercise well, and you'll be fine. Then have a positive attitude, because as much as COVID was deadly, there are those who survived. And together we have survived and we will survive. Thank you.
Interesting. What if I told you that the fatigue, loss of memory, and loss of breath you experience may be long-term effects of COVID-19? Allow me introduce the term long COVID. Long COVID describes a range of symptoms that persist long after the initial infection has cleared. It's a complex condition affecting multiple systems in the body. While many recovered from COVID-19, the effects can linger, manifesting in both short-term and long-term health challenges. Let's begin with adults. The short-term effects of COVID-19 typically appeared within the first few weeks of infection. These were the common symptoms of the virus. All of you know about them. We had the fever, often presenting itself as high temperature. We had cough, typically dry, very dry. It became persistent and severe. We have fatigue, a profound sense of tiredness that lasted for weeks. We had difficulty in breathing, ranging from mild shortness of breath to severe respiratory distress. Not that alone. These symptoms resulted to complications. We have pneumonia, inflation of the lungs, which can be life-threatening. We have acute respiratory distress syndrome. This is the ARDS, a severe condition requiring hospitalization and often mechanical ventilation. We have secondary infection with increased susceptibility to bacterial infections. Due to your weakened immune system, it became easy to get bacterial infections. Now we have the long-term effect. For adults, you may experience severe persistent symptoms. These are the symptoms. First, we have chronic fatigue. Many adults report feeling tired. That significantly hampers daily activities. We have brain fog. You might ask, what is brain fog? Well, this is cognitive impairments, such as memory issues. You find it difficult concentrating. This affects your work and your daily tasks. We have respiratory issues, persistent cough and shortness of breath that can continue for a very long time after recovery. We have cardiovascular problems. You might ask, what are these? These are increased risks of heart complications, including blood clotting issues. We have kidney damage. COVID-19 could have exacerbated or led to chronic kidney disease, particularly in those with pre-existing conditions. We have gastrointestinal disorders. These are ongoing digestive problems such as abdominal pain and diarrhea. Mental health issues, this is common. Increased rates of anxiety, depression, and PTSD have been observed, particularly among those experiencing severe illness. Well, for children are not left behind in this. There are long-term effects for them too. We have chronic fatigue. You find a child reports on prolonged fatigue that affects their daily activities, maybe in school, their normal activities. We have the cognitive and learning challenges. Disruptions in schooling that can lead to learning gaps and difficulties in concentrating in class or concentrating at home. We have mental health issues for children too. These are increased anxiety and depression due to social isolation and fear of illness. We have social development. Prolonged isolation during the lockdown, it can hinder the social skills and emotional development of these kids. We have physical health. The reduced physical activity during lockdown could have led to weight gain and associated health issues. Oh, one thing I can add is for checkups. People should go for checkups.
Exactly.
Just because we're saying there's this long-term effects of COVID-19 does not necessarily mean that the fatigue you're experiencing or the memory loss you're experiencing is related to COVID-19.
Sure.
So don't assume things. I don't think they should assume things. So they should just go get checked.
Exactly.
So they can know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Fred,
welcome.
For that informative session. We'll definitely welcome you back to studio to talk more, maybe about your job or something. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in with me, Tracy Wamboy. Till next time, stay safe, stay engaged, and stay informed.